What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and we have another trade to talk about. Kind of crazy that I never thought I'd be making two trade videos in a row, but it's very necessary because this trade is a lot more important than the trade from yesterday, and it's a lot more effective. I was very confused with the trade from yesterday. Today, this could really make a difference in the Eastern Conference, especially during playoff time. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to leave a like button. It always helps. Comment an idea down below. Me making the video on these trades, they're both based on comments. 2 comments were left for the Nurkic and what's his name, Plumlee trade and this trade. I got comments requesting both of them, so I thought, okay, people want me to do this, I'm going to do it. Comments get you videos. If I see a few comments on something and I don't have an idea for that day, I'll definitely consider that. Subscribe if you're new as well, and I have a gaming channel, links in the description. But without further ado, let's get into this. So I was actually very surprised when I saw the news that former Magic forward Serge Ibaka had been traded to the Toronto Raptors in exchange for swingman Terrence Ross and a first-round pick. Now, as I said earlier, this trade is actually legit. It's important. It's significant in basketball. It's incredible. I mean, this could do so much for this Toronto Raptors team. The Raptors are definitely winning this trade, and I'm going to explain why. Obviously, in most trades, when you get rid of the best player in the trade, the team that gets the best player usually wins the trade, or, some say that the team that gets the best player always wins the trade. That sometimes is true, but, in this one, I definitely think the Raptors take this one, just because the Raptors are in contending mode. The Toronto Raptors have never had a squad like this, a squad this good, and they want to get to the NBA Finals. I mean, it might sound crazy to some of you guys, but this is the window. When you have Kyle Lowry playing like he is, his best season of his career, when you have DeMar DeRozan playing like he is, best season of his career, these two stars are guys that can win you a championship with the right pieces. They need another star. That's where Serge Ibaka comes in. He's kind of borderline there. I mean, he can help a team, but I don't think he's helping a lot of other teams in the way that he's going to help the Toronto Raptors. And it's because the biggest weakness for the Toronto Raptors team is the fact that they don't have a versatile big that can guard the perimeter on switches, get out to stretch bigs, and defend them at the three-point line. No, they had Valanciunas. They had what was their other? Pascal Siakam, Jared Solinger. I mean, those guys can't get out and guard the perimeter. Serge Ibaka is an elite defensive player. He can get out there. He can defend anybody, any position on the perimeter in a switch situation. Ibaka's also very productive. He's a good three-point shooter. He can hit jump shots across the floor. He's a stretch big that's extremely athletic as well. I mean, I wouldn't say extremely athletic, but he can get off the ground. He can rebound the ball. He's very solid all around. I mean, he's the closest thing to a star the Raptors are going to have. He's easily their third best player now. And this is definitely going to make them better, especially with the Toronto Raptors kind of free-falling right now. They're in that second seed for a very long time, and they've definitely fallen out. They're in, I believe, the 4th seed right now, and with a loss tonight, they're going to lose tonight to the Bulls, guys. They always lose to the Bulls. If you guys didn't know that, I might look like a fool if the Bulls end up dropping this game. Oh, no, Toronto's in the 5th spot right now, actually. So they'll still be in 5th. Unless they win, then they'll be in 4th, but it's not happening. Unless it happens and I look stupid. But Bulls have won 10 in a row against them, and they just never beat us. Anyway, back to the topic. I want to talk about what this means for Orlando. We talked about how the Toronto Raptors are falling. They need someone to pick them up. They need to be in contending mode. They're not going to... This was a great trade for them, okay? Serge Ibaka is going to bolster that defense. He's also going to give them another shooter on the perimeter. He's good. All around good. Great trade for the Toronto Raptors. Let's talk about the Orlando Magic. So the Orlando Magic, I find it kind of interesting because I think they make not only one bad trade, but 2 bad trades here. I mean, maybe the second trade, this trade with Toronto isn't as bad as the first one, and the only reason that I say this trade with Toronto is bad is because of the first trade you made earlier this season, before the season even started. If you guys remember, Orlando got rid of Victor Oladipo and the pick that would become Domantas Sabonis for Serge Ibaka. This was a bad trade to me. You get a veteran that you don't need. You already have your power forward of the future in Aaron Gordon, but you're going to block up space in that front court with adding Serge Ibaka. You don't need this guy, Serge Ibaka, because you're not in contending mode. Serge Ibaka is a piece that you put on a team that needs to win. He's such a needed player. I mean, you need a guy that can defend on the perimeter and in the post, block shots, shoot from the outside. He's such a useful player to have for a contending team. That's why it makes sense for him to go to the Raptors. The Magic doesn't make any sense because the Magic are literally in the 14th spot. They've been a huge disappointment this season. We all thought they'd be better and growing, but they haven't really taken any steps at all. Elfrid Payton is like, what has he done in his NBA career? Evan Fournier is pretty good. Aaron Gordon, they should have been playing him at power forward all year long. Nikola Vucevic is always in trade rumors. Bismack Biyombo is the worst contract, one of the worst contracts in the NBA. So, to me, it's like, I don't see why you have to add on Serge Ibaka. You should just want younger players. You're getting rid of Victor Oladipo. So, this trade is kind of bad because now you're getting rid of all you got for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. I mean, those guys are a lot more valuable than, I think, Terrence Ross and this late first round pick next year, probably. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was a Raptors first round pick for next year that the Magic got. And the Raptors are going to make the playoffs, and they're probably going to be, 4, 5, 3, anywhere from 3 to 5 range. So this pick is going to be somewhere in the 20s, maybe in the early 20s. But so I don't understand I guess, you got to trade Ibaka because he's not re-signing there in the offseason. It's a disaster in Orlando. Orlando front office is one of the worst as well. I mean, this is not a good front office. It's a historically bad front office, and I see they're not really making any progress here. Serge Ibaka didn't fit the team, and it's a good thing to get rid of him. But you're also, it also makes your first trade look really stupid. So I guess in a way this is a good trade for the Magic because you get rid of Ibaka, the guy that you don't want. You get Terrence Ross, who's a young guy with potential, but he's also been in the league a few years and hasn't really grown that much. He's not a star, but he is a pretty good three-point shooter. He's actually having a really good year. He's a good shooter. He's an athletic body. He can help this team. He's not a future, like I said, I mean, he could maybe start as the 4th or 5th best starter on a playoff team. But yeah, I don't think much more than that. So, Orlando, this is a good trade for the circumstance they're in, but, it's just a bad situation, okay? You had to get rid of Ibaka at one point. Is this good value for Serge Ibaka? Do you guys really think this is? I don't know. You know what I'm thinking is that I'm thinking that all these teams knew that the Magic really wanted to get rid of Serge Ibaka, so his trade value just drops right there because they know that he's not that important to them. They want to get rid of him, so everybody's like, okay, we're not offering anything because you'll give us him for nothing. And I think we can all agree that a team would rather have Serge Ibaka than Terrence Ross in a late first round pick. Okay, I mean it's pretty obvious, but the Magic, they probably just took the best deal they could get. The Raptors, this is genius. I think the Raptors, I give them an A+ on this. This is fantastic for them. You get this is exactly what they needed. They just need stability. They're getting it with Serge Ibaka here. It's gonna be cool. I don't think this is a championship team yet, though, especially how they've played recently. I don't think Serge Ibaka turns this 5-seed Raptors team into, a 2-seed caliber team, an Eastern Conference Finals caliber team. No, I don't think it happens. I think they win one playoff series. I think they lose in the second round. It depends who they play, obviously. I mean, if they play the Hawks, but I think they could win that with Serge Ibaka. If they play the Wizards, no, like I say the Wizards and the Cavs are my Eastern Conference Finals teams. These teams are the two best in the East, I believe. Sorry, Celtics, but I just think the Wizards are better than the Celtics, personally. But yeah, so in the end, to recap, Serge Ibaka traded to the Raptors. This is a great trade for Toronto. They get what they need, a big man that can defend the perimeter and shoot the ball. The Magic get Ross in a first-round pick. Not really, I don't think this adds that much to the Magic, but it was mostly just about getting rid of Serge Ibaka. So, yeah, that's my evaluation. If you guys have a different opinion on this, please let me know in the comments. We all have our own opinions on this stuff. If you think it was a good, bad trade for who and who. I can't really imagine someone thinking this is a bad trade for Toronto because I think they totally stole Serge Ibaka here. This is a really quality player in this league, underrated. But I think he's going to get, this team can really use him. This is one of the best teams for Serge Ibaka. And, Serge Ibaka, it's the best team for him. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Like it up if you enjoyed. Comment it down below. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.